let us start to explore our world, or rather our universe first. So many questions are there with respect to this universe, and we have to find out answers. Out of them, what are the possible? I am not saying that 100% knowledge is there. The reason is that till today even scientists are not known to this world every, or rather universe, in every respect. Let us start to find out how the matter is organized in this universe. Simply, with our best of today's knowledge, we can say that this universe is made up of two things first. One is space, and second, that is the matter. Third thing we can consider, that is the energy. As I am saying, that third thing, and previously we are saying only two things, because now we are clear that matter and energy, that is interconvergible. So we can say that universe is entirely made up of matter and space. But we can join the third component as energy, because with present knowledge, energy and matter, they are interconvergent. Matter is arranged in form of galaxy. With our today's knowledge, we have clusters of galaxy in the space. Out of that cluster of galaxy, or cluster of galaxies, our one galaxy is there, that is called as Milky Way. Now, what is the shape or size? So, these galaxies are having somewhat spiral shapes. Variety of shapes are available. Out of that, we are discussing one type of galaxy that is having some spiral shape. If you are focusing from this way, if you are observing from sideway, you can observe this is something like biconvex lens, the side. So this is the structure of our galaxy. Like that, in a cluster, variety of shapes of galaxies are there. In our cluster of galaxy, our galaxy is having name as Milky Way. The next massive galaxy in our cluster of galaxy, that is called as Andromeda galaxy. So these two galaxies are playing major role in our cluster. Even new data says that our galaxy is not made up of as it is. Certain galaxies are absorbed in our galaxy, and then the size of our galaxies increase. Today we are saying nearly 60% stars from our galaxy are not originally from our galaxy. They get absorbed, they get adopted from other galaxies in our galaxy. So like that, processes are going on in the universe. So basically, matter is organized in form of galaxies. Now galaxies are vast. Say, if this is the shape of our galaxy, then we can consider this as diameter. So diameter is nearly 1 lakh light year in length. Something confusing. I am saying light year, and again I am saying in length. The reason is that these distances are vast, and in order to measure, we are using different units. Out of that, we are using unit that is called as light year. Now first, you must aware what is the velocity of light in vacuum. We are calling this velocity as 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Not accurate one, but we are calling this, in order to remember, we are using this data as 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Now this is our this is the velocity of light in vacuum. That means 3 into 10 raised to 5 kilometer per second. How I have to convert into kilometer? I have to multiply by 10 raised to minus 3. And so we are getting this answer as 3 into 10 raised to 5. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros on 3 kilometer per second. So this is the velocity of light in vacuum, that is 3 lakh kilometer per second. So in vacuum, light can travel. Okay, what is vacuum? Where air is not present. That space is called as vacuum. So absence of air is an important criteria of vacuum. So in vacuum, light travels with this speed 3 lakh kilometer per second. In second, light can travel distance of 3 lakh kilometer. For your kind information, the diameter of Earth is also of not this range. This is the Earth. For general purpose, this diameter we are taking 12,800 kilometers. So this is the 3 lakh kilometer per second. So in second, light can travel even greater than distance of our Earth's diameter. What is the distance traveled by light in space or light in vacuum in 1 second? That is 3 lakh kilometer. Now imagine what is the distance traveled by light in 1 year. Just imagine, or we can calculate. If you are strong in calculation, you can calculate along with me. Say 1 year. That means we have to take 365 days. Actually 365 point something, but we are not going at that level. So consider this as 365. Multiply by 24 hours. So 1 day is having 24 hours. So 365 days we will have this many hours. Multiply by 60 minutes. Because 1 hour consisting of 60 minutes. So 24 hours will consisting of 24 into 60 minutes. Multiply by 60 in order to convert into second. And so this is the multiplication. So simply 365 into 24 into 60 into 60. This is the seconds. Multiply by 3 lakhs. So whatever the answer comes, that many kilometer, that is equal to 1 light. Like that, 1 lakh light year is the diameter of this our galaxy. It is very clear that our galaxy is very, very, very large. Beyond our imagination, our galaxy is there. Suppose I have to travel from this point to this point with velocity of light, then also I will require 1 lakh years. And this is the meaning that our galaxy is very, very, very large. Now, our sun is situated somewhere here. No doubt, galaxies are revolving around its own axis. So as galaxies are revolving, that means sun is also revolving around its axis of galaxy or center of galaxy. Now, obviously, we can carry out this calculation, and with our present knowledge, it will take nearly 2.5 billion years. Okay, what is billion? 10 lakh, that is equal to 1 million. And 1000 million equal to 1 billion. That means 100 crore equal to 1 billion. So, time required for this rotation is 2.5 billion years, that one circle is completed. Now, with present calculation, age of sun is around 5 billion years. Clear cut that we have carried out 2 rotations around the center of galaxy. Now, this rotation along with center of galaxy is called as cosmic year. So, if Earth revolves around sun, we are calling as year, that time. So, same way sun revolves around center of galaxy, that time is called as cosmic year. So, keep in mind what is the concept of cosmic year. So cosmic year means 2.5 billion years. That means Earth will revolve around Sun 2.5 billion times. Then Sun will revolve around center of galaxy in one rotation. So that is called as one cosmic year. Now galaxies are made up of stars. So again we can go by here. Galaxies are made up of stars. Whatever line I am drawing here, these lines are made up of stars. Now at center of every galaxy, that is called as nebula or some cluster is observed. Light is very brightly coming out from that. But now it is proved that almost each galaxy is having black hole at center. What is black hole? We will discuss some later portion. But keep in mind, our galaxy is also having black hole at center. Now, this is made up of stars. Now, stars are of variety of type. But let us forget of that matter. We have to type of stars. We have to concentrate on star first. Now, that stars usually are having planetary system along with that. Now, let us consider only this portion. In that entire galaxy, this portion is of ours. So this is our solar system. So center is Sun and some 8 planets are revolving around this Sun. That means matter is now concentrated into stars, different types of stars and planets. Now again we have to structure out our solar system. So let us take close look at our solar system. In our solar system, Sun is at center. Then the first planet is there, which is very close to Sun. Are you able to observe? This is that planet that is called as Mercury. The next planet is Venus. The third planet from Sun, that is Earth. The fourth planet, Mars. Then Mars to next planet, there is gap, and then we can say there is the largest planet in our solar system is there, that is Jupiter. After Jupiter, another beautiful planet is there, that is Saturn. Why we are calling beautiful? Because this is entire blue in color, and this is having ring around it. So this is the last planet we can observe with our normal eyes from Earth. Now, this is Earth. The planets between Earth and Sun, they are called as inner planet, whereas these are called as outer planets. Again, in between Jupiter and Mars, there is supposed to be, there was a planet which is converted into small particles that are called as asteroids. May be possible, there is the chance that planet was not there. The particles are not able to unite together to give planet. Two theories are there. One theory says that along Sun, some dust particles were revolving. They unite together to give planetary system. Whereas other theory says that entire piece of Sun came out and it is revolving around with Sun, that get converted into pieces forming planet. So if I am taking this theory, then the asteroids are formed because of explosion of planet, and suppose I am taking first theory, then asteroids are not united together in order to give a planet. Now again, peculiarity is that the densest planets are situated over here. The Jupiter onwards density of planet decreases. Saturn is having so less density. Density means mass upon volume. The Saturn can even float on water. You must have that quantity of water. Now let us take again close look. This is first planet, that is Mercury. Mercury is taking the same time to revolve around its axis and revolve around Sun. Mercury is having very close resemblance with our Moon, because Moon is also revolving around Earth in same way. Moon is taking same time to revolve around its axis and revolve around Earth. What is the condition? What is the problem? That we can able to observe only one side of Moon always. The same way, suppose is there any life on Sun, then they will able to observe only one side of Mercury. The simple thing that one side of Mercury is continuously facing towards Sun, so it is very hot, whereas the other side is very cold, because it is always in dark. No atmosphere is there on Mercury. The result is that one side is very hot and one side is very cold. But this situation is not there on next planet, that is Venus. Venus is having very dense atmosphere. That sulfur dioxide, trioxide and sulfuric acid are major constituents of the climate or say atmosphere in Venus. The atmosphere is very dense. Result, Venus is showing highest temperature in planetary system. Whatever the radiant heat that is coming out from Sun, that is reaching till surface of Venus but not reflected back. As a result, temperature of Venus is very high. Even 400 degrees Celsius temperature is observed by Venus, and therefore Venus appears very bright in the sky. But what is the problem? The Mercury as well as Venus, they are inner planets. One can observe them after sunset on west horizon or before sunrise on east horizon. We are not able to observe them on our head. Let us check out. See, this is the orbit of Earth. This is the orbit of Venus. If you are able to observe, this is our Earth. Now I am just taking this look here. This is the dark side. So night you are here, midnight you are here. Whereas that means we are here at midnight, where Mercury is here. That means we are not able to observe during night this Mercury. But just listen, we can able to observe this Mars on our head. But Mercury, no. During daytime, Mercury will be there on head. Is it possible? But we are not able to observe this Venus or Mercury during daytime. The experts can locate out Venus during daytime also. But for that purpose, atmosphere must be very clean. In clean climatic condition, and especially at high altitude level, and we should know the position, then we can find out Venus. But for a normal person, it is very difficult to locate out Venus during daytime. Now, evening time, somewhere here or somewhere here. From here we can able to observe this Mercury, especially this is the case. Earth is revolving in this direction. I am writing here. That means this direction is east and this direction is west. So we can say at night when sunset is there, then we can able to observe Venus if Venus is particularly here. If you have to observe morning time, then Venus must be particularly here. But in this patch, means here, Venus is not observed because it is there in Sun. So it can go till here maximum, and I can observe from this portion. As a result, in any time it is not here. In order that Venus should be on head, this should be either here or in this part. But Venus is not attaining this position, and therefore Venus can be observed only after sunset if Venus is in this region and Earth is here, and before sunset if Venus is here. Now same thing is there for Mercury also, but Mercury is an extreme small planet. Now we are not considering Pluto as planet, so smallest planet in our solar system is Mercury. Now Mercury and Venus both are not having any satellite. Mercury and Venus are not having any satellite. Earth is having single satellite, natural satellite, that is called as Moon. Mars, the next planet, is having two satellites. They are having names as Phobos and Deimos. Two satellites are revolving around Mars. Mars is having very close resemblance with Earth. You are aware that Earth, so suppose I am drawing here, this is Earth. The North Pole and South Pole, they are having ice caps. Same way, on Mars also one can observe ice caps, North Pole as well as South Pole. The surface of Mars is reddish in color. And now NASA is carrying out expedition over this Mars, and you will find that whatever the changes are there in climate of Mars, certain that is called as cyclone-like objects, then tornadoes, they are observed on Mars. But still, whatever the caps are observed, they are not of normal ice, they are made up of dry ice. You are aware, if carbon dioxide gas, chemical formula is CO2, if we are converting it into solid, minus 77 degrees Celsius, suppose we are converting it to solid, then that is having white color. The temperature, polar temperature of Mars is such a less temperature. The resulting ice caps are there on Mars also, but they are not made up of water. These ice caps are made up of solid carbon dioxide. Now study of Mars is going on. Earlier way, some theory was there that Mars is also having life, and maybe possible these Marsmen can invade Earth. But till today, no practical evidence of life is observed on Mars. No doubt, any hidden format of life will be there, we don't know. But as the life is there on Earth, and almost each and every island, continent of Earth is having life, even Antarctica, please keep in mind, Antarctica is also having life. And so, like that, Mars is not able to show any presence of life till today. The next is asteroid belt. Then the biggest planet in our solar system, that is Jupiter. One point we have to think over here. This is Sun and this is Earth. Generally, we are saying Earth is revolving around Sun. Moon is revolving around Earth. Let us take this concept in more clear way. This is center of gravity of Earth. This is center of gravity of Earth. This is center of gravity of Sun. This is center of gravity of Earth. I am joining a line. Imagine this is straight line. Now, there is gravitational acceleration or force of gravity. Sun will try to attract Earth towards itself. Earth will try to attract Sun towards itself. Is it possible? Answer is yes. Because what law says, whenever mass is there, there is presence of gravity. So Earth is trying to pull Sun towards Earth, whereas Sun is trying to pull Earth towards Sun. No doubt, mass of Sun is very large, huge, whereas mass of Earth is small. And therefore, as velocity is there for Earth. Earth continues to move, but along with the barycenter means balancing point of these two objects. The barycenter lies somewhere center of Sun only. As a result, Earth revolves around the Sun, and Sun also should revolve around this barycenter. Is that clear? So barycenter concept is very important. Now let us talk of Jupiter. Jupiter is comparatively larger in size and larger in mass also. The mass is also very great. As a result, the barycenter is not lying in the Sun. The barycenter, that is balancing point, is lying somewhere outside the surface of Sun. As a result, Jupiter revolves around that barycenter and Sun also revolves around that barycenter. Let me clear this point again. That means Jupiter is not revolving around Sun. Jupiter is revolving around barycenter of the Sun and Jupiter. Same way, Sun is not revolving around Jupiter. Sun is revolving around barycenter of the Jupiter and Sun. You are getting this idea? Now let us think of Earth and Moon. The line joining center and the balancing point is lying somewhere in the center of Earth, near the center of Earth, but in the body of Earth. Therefore, it appeared that Moon revolves around Earth, but practically Earth and Moon revolves around barycenter of the Moon and Earth. Now, this is the problem why Pluto is not considered as planet, because Pluto is having smaller size and it is having one satellite named Charon. The line joining them and then barycenter no doubt is towards Pluto, but it is not in the Pluto. It is somewhere outside the Pluto. As a result, both of the things are revolving around this barycenter, and according to definition of planet, planet must revolve directly around Sun, and therefore Pluto, as it is not revolving around directly, it is revolving around this barycenter and then along with Sun. We are not considering Pluto as planet. Now this is the basic theory. Now can you imagine Sun should also have some motion as it is revolving around barycenter, and there are so many planets. So Sun is also having some sort of motion, that is something vibrating motion. This vibrating motion is called as wobbling motion of Sun. And on basis of this wobbling motion, one can able to determine that particular star is having planetary system or not. If star is having planets like Jupiter, the larger planets like Jupiter, then they can be detected with this type of barycenter theory. The star is showing wobbling motion, and that wobbling motion is there means some bigger planet is there. We can able to concentrate on that star in order to get planetary system.